We'll,
Let me get my shit together.
we here now. We live. We back, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Anybody pop in? Feel free to pop in. Let me see. I gotta get the chat up.
What it do? What it do? What it do?
It's crazy world. Crazy world. War in Iran. I got some interesting perspectives because I actually know somebody whose family has family in Iran, and I reached out to them just to see to get their perspective about things because we see so much stuff on uh, the TV as far as about what the people think and what have you. And I wanted to get their perspective from somebody who actually lives there, right?
So, what's the conversation like?
So I asked her. I said, "How is her family feeling about uh, the U.S. and this war in Iran?" Because you watch U.S. news, you'll see some people saying like, "Yeah, they want Ayatollah Khomeini out of there," which they have confirmed that he hasn't been unalive.
Yes,
Right? Yeah,
is no longer living, unfortunately
but
for
in,
us.
in that system, it don't matter anyway because they already have an heir apparent already. It's already set. It doesn't destroy the. It doesn't.
What's in place?
Yeah, them unalive Khomeini doesn't take out that what they have in place structurally running
Correct.
the country, right? They just put the next person in. This is look two things. When I, like at one point in time, I had spent some time around an Arab brother, right? And young dude, we were both young at the time. He was telling me too. He was like, man, he was like, it's different. He was like, in these Middle Eastern countries, it's different culturally than it is in America, right? Because America has been used to having elections, right?
Correct.
He says that in the countries I come from and the surrounding countries, we used to our leaders being unalived. Like
Wow. So
that's the kind of
that's how the regime changed. That
yeah,
was the regime
they're
change.
used to that.
Wow.
That's how power is transmitted usually, right?
Wow.
Which sounds wild to us. It sounds wild,
Very
right?
much so.
But he was like, that's just part for the course. Somebody's on top for a while, regime change, he getting knocked off, and then somebody else on top, and they used to it, right?
Wow.
I was like, wow, okay. But I reached out to this young lady to ask what her family was saying about the war in Iran, right? And she was like, they're upset about it. They're upset about the strikes and the bombs and all that, right? Because they don't want regime change. And she was making a point that like it's not look when you think about it, like what does happen if you knock down all the infrastructure out? It's chaos, right?
It's cable, it's rubble, it's unsafe, it's not stable. I mean,
The
there's
people
so many things that come with that.
the people who take the control are usually the criminals who got the guns, right? So
Wow.
they
So
so
the people
who
end up suffering,
yeah,
period, no
that's
matter
what
the
I'm saying.
regime
Who's
change.
gonna be in charge while they kind of figure out like
Right.
what's it just becomes disruptive, really.
Well, I guess that's why democracy, when practiced, is the most one of the most successful ways. It should be theoretically.
Yeah, it could be if the people at the top will act with some level of scruples, right? But
Correct.
that's not easy to find in this world right now. Right?
You're absolutely right because as we see, quite a few people that are decision makers are unscrupulous and have been associated with doing things that um, most sane people wouldn't do.
Yeah, right. Or people with heart. Let's look at some footage, and then we get back into it, man. Let's see. I watched some of these channels earlier, and I tell you, they saying why so much of this stuff, right? That it's
There's so many things going on at the same time.
I don't do schedules or
It's
timetables
hard to keep
manually.
up, man,
At
and
work, it's all
we
linked
have to keep our sanity.
as the regime used deadly
Go to
force to crack
therapy
down
if
on
it's really,
nationwide
really, really getting to you for
demonstrations.
real.
Joining us now to discuss is Nazanin Bonyadi, an actor and an activist born in Tehran, raised in London. We
Turn
have
it
her on
up
the
a little
show
bit.
I
quite
don't even hear
often
what she got
because
to
we
say.
want to get the
All right.
perspective of an Iranian about what you think. So what do you think?
Thanks for having me back on, Jake. Look, I was 10 years old, and I remember very vividly
Let's get her
when I
perspective.
heard the news of the founder of the Islamic Republic, Ayatollah Khomeini, dying. And I will never forget today. this is absolutely a moment of, I would say, celebration for the vast majority of Iranians. This is a man, Ali Khamenei, the successor to Ayatollah Khomeini, who has now been killed, who has the blood of countless Iranians and non-Iranians on his hands, people in the region, people who've died at the hands of the proxies, who he has trained and funded. This is a man who has been at the top of a system that has violated the human rights of Iranians en masse for 30 years. So, yeah.
All right, so think about this. That's interesting. We saw this.
Yes,
look at her complexion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So look, they got one of these, the elite from their society. Like the girl I know and their family, they're just average people, right? Okay. So they're not going to be as insulated from so much of the chaos that goes on, right?
What skin complexion is the person that you know?
I mean, they Arabs. They look Arab and brown. She could pass for anything. What you think?
Okay.
I wouldn't know what she was if I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does she look? Is her skin complexion similar to hers?
No, she's a little more olive. I thought she was Hispanic when I first met her. Right. This woman kind of looks like, yes, she can pass for, but she has a more ethnic look. Put it like that. Like,
right. Got it.
They all look like they're from the Middle East.
Got it.
And the girl I know, she was mixed.
Wow.
So her mom is white. Okay. But if you look at her father, he looks like an Arab, right?
Gotcha. So they have similar stances, but yet different.
I mean, she's saying, they're happy. Most people are.
Right.
The people I know, they're saying no, they're not happy because it's going to be chaotic. And
right. And
like she's missing the point. Like nothing structurally is about to change.
Correct.
It's right. It's just the next dude steps up and he's the Ayatollah. You know what I mean? Like, so
and the person that we see speaking right now, she's still going to benefit from whoever is going to be.
Yeah, she's probably the ruling class. Look at her.
Absolutely.
She's on CNN.
Right.
Yeah. Right. That's just like being in America, right?
Correct.
You talk to certain Americans, a certain social class, I mean, it's the like, for instance, it's the difference between the two Chicagos, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So white people love Chicago. They don't have any problems in Chicago. What are you talking about? It's a beautiful city. Right? It's those half-nots who
You're absolutely right. It is a difference. For real. I mean, you think about if you come from a family and you guys are ordering the nice meals in on Friday evenings and you have plans for the weekend to do the museum or any of those fun activities. Absolutely. You are living your life like it's golden, and you going on field trips and
all over the place.
And then you going on vacation in the summertime. Your life experience is much different than somebody who they go to school and their last meal is whatever they ate at school because dinner is potentially questionable. You good. You might, hopefully you get to go to grandma's house or, maybe your neighbor or somebody, but sometimes you may not have stuff there.
Man, like I used to watch this sportscaster, Colin Cowherd, right? And he's on Fox Sports, right? And he's from Seattle, right? But his wife made him move to Chicago, right? I love Chicago. I love it here. It's great, the culture, right? Like for real. And he's from like the Pacific Northwest,
right.
They go to Chicago with that money, man. What's there not to love?
Oh man, because you're in your house with your fireplace on and your heat, and you are big kicking it. You don't have to necessarily get outside in the snow when it get too bad because you may have a gig that works from home. you know, and you can order groceries and all of the above, and you pay somebody to shovel your snow, unless of course you're in a condo, and you are still paying for snow to be shoveled, so your life is grand.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same thing with these people from Iran.
Wow.
But I mean, let's see. I mean, did you see some of these bombs they showed being dropped?
Oh yeah, I saw some bombs being dropped. I also saw U.S. aircrafts being, you know, shot at.
Yeah, what do you think about that when he made the he just said it so flippantly about Americans are going to have to die. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
okay.
I haven't seen that clip yet.
Oh, let me see if I can pull it up.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, who wants anybody to lose their life, especially, you know, these young men and women and, you know, fellow Americans that are putting their life on the line. That's who thinks that? What a statement to say.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, he said it. Hey, wild with it.
Wow.
He don't give a damn.
Crazy. That is crazy.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond.
What you think about that, man? How stupid? How stupid? Look, it's yours to take. Who?
It's only those that have guns that are able to take. Those with guns and those with money to pay for guns.
Money and power. Yeah. Once the power vacuum happens, the next power is going to fall into the vacuum. Right.
I mean, if things wouldn't be like this if the people had control, and it wouldn't be like that in all over the world if the people had control.
Man, like
if the people had control, we would be at peace. If the people had control,
I don't know about that. This is what the people want, right?
Yeah, not everybody.
America voted these people in.
Man,
look, think about this is what a lot of people want. This type of life.
Shoot, they can have it.
In the Bible, in the Bible, it said that the Israelites were praying for a king, right? And God tells Moses, I think Moses tells him, he was like, "You don't want no king. You don't need no king, because the king is just gonna abuse you, right?
Right.
So use and abuse it. Hey, all they was begging for. We need a king. We want a king. We want a king. We want a king. He said, "All right, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want." And that's when they started getting ruled again by kings. That's how King David came along. All that, but what happened? Their ass got mistreated.
They got what they asked for. They asked to be mistreated,
and that's what we suffering through now.
Yeah, really? But we didn't ask for that. We did not ask for that.
I feel like to a degree.
Did you ask for it?
When I say we, I mean the country as a whole.
I think I want to. That's one I want to do. I want to go and start asking people, did you ask for that? And just let yes or no. It's a yes or no question. Because just like I just asked you, did you ask for that? And what you say?
As a whole has allowed this country to exist with this race-based, gender-based, all these biases, right?
Yeah, because it's been great at creating the further divide and conquer. And that same group has been allowed to just do what they want without caring about making sure the people are good.
The problem is the people go for the divide and conquer. It's almost upon the people not to go for the okie doke. But they've been allowed, they've gone on with it for so long. And this is what it is.
The result of that.
Yes, this is the result. This is Malcolm X talking about the chickens coming home to roost, right? Like, I would be scared as hell to have a child in the military with this administration. He only been a year. They've been in office for 1 year. And they said they didn't bomb like 8 places.
Man, it's a laundry list.
Like,
but he was supposed to be the most peaceful president. I gotta be the most peaceful president ever. Peace, peace, peace. You're gonna be tired of peace.
Now, look, all this stuff really enhances my belief about what's really going on, right? And I don't know if I've talked to you about this, right? But after I read the Epstein files, and I was talking to my guy at the gold exchange and doing just looking at it from a worldview and some of the stuff that Peter Thiel has said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what it bears down to. Even the thing with the tariffs is a great example too. Peter Thiel had made comments to what's my guy Epstein?
Yep.
About bringing the world back to like a tribal society, and so they're talking about they really want to wreck the world economy, right?
Correct.
And the tech bros buy everything up for cheap.
Correct.
And then he has the world he wants to have, where it's a techocracy. The tech, because our world is headed toward this technological world anyway. We're going through a transition, right? Just like we went through a transition through when America used to manufacture a bunch of stuff.
Absolutely. And then we went to the internet and yeah.
We're headed this way anyway. It's now the thing is they're trying to mesh out who's in control. And these tech billionaires believe they should be running the world. And it looks like it's happening. Think about all the stuff that's happening.
They're absolutely trying, no doubt about it. And some are being successful.
And then what happens? You see what happens? Bitcoin drops real low one day. You think they ain't buying that shit up? right. And when they're gonna keep on. Think about the Trump and the tariff thing. When the court say you can't do it, he said the next day, I don't care. We got another way to do it.
Yeah, we can do it. The thing where they could do it for like the 90 days or something.
But what happens after 90 days? They could reinvent some other fly ass way to do the shit. Keep it going. What can the Supreme Court make them do anyway? They don't have an army.
They have not held them accountable to date.
They can't. They don't have a military arm to say, hey, stop this. He had their group has the power because they control the military. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's happening, right? And I don't really, I don't see this administration lasting forever, but I think we need to be more cognizant about the fact where the world is going, right? And prepare accordingly, because I think we got to start buying these digital assets. We got to buy this gold. Think about in 20 years, do you think there's going to be cash?
Well, at the rate that he's going and they're going with decision making, the dollar is going to be like crap.
They don't want the dollar. That's the thing. That's part of the Peter Thiel concept too, is that they don't want any government regulated fund. So they want. That's why they like the digital shit, right? Because it's outside of like really government regulation. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like we headed that way anyways. They're just trying to accelerate it.
That needs to stop, because then the people would not have any control over anything.
Man, we're not. That's why we got to prepare. We got to start thinking about that and how that work, how that looks 10 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to start investing in some of these digital assets. Like it's really headed towards a techno dominant world, and we're gonna either watch the signs and ride with it. I mean, or not. You know what I mean?
What was that? What was that movie? It was the guy was trying to like crack the code and play the game and get out and win, and there were the ones that had all of the money, and then everybody else was, I can't think of the name of that movie.
Is it Tron? Is it Tron?
No, it's not Tron. This is after Tron.
It's a book or a movie?
It's a movie. It's a movie. It'll come to me. But in essence, it was a tech-driven world. You had those that were well-resourced, as in, financially well-off. Those that were the professionals, the ones that did the work at the tech companies, etc. And then you had those that were consumers of said tech, and they used it to almost to help numb themselves, because they were living in a very impoverished kind of way, and there was not really a middle.
Yeah, that's what we had it, right?
Yeah, it right, and that is very concerning. I saw there's a new game show out, and it's the average American, and you win the average salary of an average American, and it's like $67,000, $67,000 a year, a little more than that, and I was wondering what that looked like for a lot of Americans, because right now you can't afford houses in certain cities on that salary. I mean, how do you take care of
you can't get a house? What you mean? That's what it is.
Yeah, right. And then the fact that rent is so high. So how does a person live? Groceries are high. How are people living? Back to my question: is that what you wanted? Did you vote for that?
I think they get what they thought. I mean, they wanted a dictator. This is what comes with a dictatorship. I don't know what history books they've ever read where that shit has worked out well.
It's never worked out well in history. The people have never won in those situations.
And so it's a wonder why they're trying to like defund the Department of Education.
Absolutely.
It was never. Show me the success story.
You don't see any.
No. People just get used and abused. I'm saying this. I'm saying, man, we're faced with the inevitable. You gotta adapt. You gotta learn to adapt and move accordingly. That's how you survive these institutions. Like society is an institution. I got sent to an institution. It's still they're still institutions, right?
Absolutely, different types of institutions, but institutions.
And you have to figure out how to survive in these frameworks, right? Whether it's corporate America, whether you are in the streets, whether you in free society, whether you
different types of institutions,
different type of people, you got to figure out how to move in those circles and to survive and hopefully excel at some point. And we got to figure out the same now with this going on. For real. I'm really about to buy some digital currency. I'm starting to stack.
Okay, well, you look, you tell me what digital currency you buying, and I'm buying some too.
I'm buying Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the shit that's the solid shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know, the U.S. They got a coin that's about to come out pretty soon. They already got it approved, and it's but look, it's supposed to be whack, right? Because this is what I mean too. They're trying to get rid of this cash.
Yeah, it's like the Trump coin.
Yeah, but his coin.
Look, I'm a
it's gonna be backed by the Federal Reserve, though. I mean, not by the Federal Reserve. It'll be backed by the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem is, it's gonna be dollar for dollar, like. So
yeah,
you know how Bitcoin can grow and all that. It's gonna be like, it's not gonna be like that.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. All right, I'm about to send this to you, and you could show it, because I went on, and anybody could do it. If you if anybody has ever played with Robinhood or created a Robinhood account, and you can go in there and you can look at different types of cryptos, look at the various cryptos that are identified, and you look to see how they are referenced. And I just sent you a screenshot that I took, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, isn't that interesting?
All right, I'm gonna pull it up. I thought I said it, Mama.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm trying to save it to my. I thought I saved it. Let me see. Yeah, maybe not. What's the problem? What the problem?
That's all good. Look, people just go ahead and check out Robinhood for yourself. If you have an account, you can just look up the crypto coins, and you can see which ones are identified and see how they are described. Like, you'll see a category that reflects companies to watch. You'll see a category that says scam. You'll see a category that says cryptos to watch, and you just check them out and see who you see or what company is down there as a scam. See for yourself.
I'm gonna say this, man, start selling all that Gucci and shit. Start buying you some coins.
Absolutely.
You gotta get this new world economy. Don't get left behind. Get you a side hustle. Do something else. You know, get into the digital age, man. Because they forced us into it almost, right?
Absolutely. And remember, you've seen changes before. There was a time that we were using flip phones.
And not that long ago.
Right. It was a time they had cell phones that didn't take pictures or videos. So I'm saying, we all might need to listen to Roy on this one and start, trying to get us a little something, just to be on the safe side. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just to get ahead of the game. And remember, it was a time there's no social media. That seems unbelievable. Some kids, that seems gonna be unbelievable to them.
What? Let's talk about it. It was a time that the only phone you had access to was the one hanging on the wall in your mama's kitchen.
Man.
And you was doing something if it was a push button, because there was a phone before that one called a rotary. And when you would grab the number and push it, it would go, and then, and don't mess up a number. You got to start all the way over.
All the way over.
So I'm saying, we better listen to Roy on this. Because
I'm glad you said that. We have seen this over and over and over again. And we're gonna either learn from it or not. You know what I mean?
Correct.
All right, man. We thank y'all for joining us for the stream. Y'all stay tuned to the war in Iran. Y'all like, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the hype button, man. We need y'all support. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Go sign up for Culpability today.
Nothing's off the table.
Culpability, absolutely free to join.
Yeah, y'all stay safe. Stay safe. Right.
Culpability, get your home safe. And you can go live on it like everywhere else, man. Let's support our own. We out.